In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a time-lapse video like the one you're seeing now. Also, this video you're watching can be displayed in HD, so I would recommend if you want to read the font on the screen that you'll see later on, if you were to turn the HD mode on now, that would be beneficial for you. Now, I used a Canon 5D Mark II with a timer remote control TC80N3, and this control allows you to do many functions, but also to set an interval recording time. And for this one, I did set my timer up to take a photo every 10 seconds. Also, I'd recommend using an ND filter like the one you can see here, which will allow you in the daytime to drag your shutter. And the benefits of dragging your shutter is that when you do take one photo, any movement in each photo will be blurred, but this will be beneficial for when you do a time-lapse video, because any motion that you see in the video will actually flow smoothly and won't jump from picture to picture. So to turn your time-lapse photos into a movie, first of all your photo names need to be in consecutive number order for this to work successfully. So you can see here mine all run in order there. And what we need to do is go into QuickTime Player 7. And in QuickTime Player 7, if we go File, Import Image Sequence, and then if we choose our location, Timelapse 2, and I'll choose one of the first pictures there and then go open. You can choose your frame rate here. Because I want my photos and my time lapse to be sped up, I want 60 frames per second. Now, if you're unsure about it, 60 frames a second basically means you're going to have 60 pictures into 1 second. Now, if I go fit to screen here, you'll notice I can see the full image, but unfortunately when you do go to export and you select the current size, it will only export at this current size. So when you do go to export it, it's best to have the view set to original size. But if I click on export here now, and if we go over to options, you'll see the settings here. I'm going to choose Apple ProRes because it's a pretty good codec to use if you have that available. But if that's not an option for you, then select something similar. And the important thing is to note here that we want to keep our size here to current, and that's where keeping the view at original size will get you the best quality picture and file size available. We click OK, and now we can export it from QuickTime. And I'll put it to save in the folder where all my pictures are. Now that may take a little bit of time to render out, but when it does, we'll open it up in Final Cut Pro and add a bit of a movement to it. So that's finished exporting from QuickTime Player. We will go into Final Cut Pro and start a new sequence. And the new sequence, I will make a DV PAL anamorphic, if I just find that one there. And we click on OK. And then we need to import the file we just exported from QuickTime, which is in this folder here. There's my time lapse. And if we open up our sequence and drop down our time lapse, you'll notice it's asking you if you want to change the sequence settings to match the clip settings. We want to click no at this point. And then if we double click, you'll notice that we're at 75%. So I think if we bring this up to 90%, it'll fill the frame nicely there. And I'll just go fit to all so you can see. And now we'll just render it before we play it back. And there you go, that's how you would import your JPEGs through QuickTime Player 7 and make them into a movie.